Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Cheryl. Thank you very much for joining me. If you are a new viewer, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Just at first to let you know that this is not a crafty video, so if you're into knitting or crochet or any of the yarny goodness or cross stitching or DPing, this video has no crafts in it, so feel free to turn it off if that's all you're here for. This is a book video, so if you are into reading, then this would be great. And maybe I'll get some non-readers, maybe pique some interest in some books. That'd be great. So, okay, so this is a TBR video, to be read video. First of all, I gotta say my disclaimer, I have Tourette syndrome, so if you see me do some noises, sorry, not coughing, that's not tick, but if you see me hear me do some noises or see me do some ticks, I apologize. I can't help it. It's the way my brain works, so I apologize. But if it offends you or if you don't like it, then feel free to leave the video. That's fine with me. There's lots of other bookish videos out there, so go ahead and try another. But if you do leave, please leave quietly and don't leave any comments that may be taken as rude or offensive to me or other TikTokers. Thank you very much. I have never received a comment like that, but I know there are people out there who do say things like that, so I just want to put that disclaimer out. It does offend us when you say rude comments about our ticks. Just, look at it as if you were the person doing it and someone made a comment to you, how would you feel, kind of thing. So, thank you very much. Okay. So this is a to be read video, a TBR. Sorry, that was a tick. There you go. I hate that one because I always do it, and especially when I'm eating, it just sneaks up. I don't feel it coming or anything, and I have to open my mouth and I'm eating, and it's like, oh, that's gross. Anyways, okay, I digress. This is a TBR video, like I said, for the third time. I am taking part in count them, 3 different readathons in March. Yeah, now this from the girl who can barely read 5 books a month. I want to read about 20 books in March. Yeah. Who knows if I'll be able to do it. So this video is for March Mystery Madness TBR. So the other 2 videos will be coming up in the next week or so, during the next week. So stay tuned for those. My nose is itchy again. Why does my nose always get itchy when I do videos? It's so weird. It's like that and coughing. I always cough when I do video too. Anyways, March Mystery Madness. It was created by Elizabeth at Lizzie Faye Loves Books and Troy Towell at Troy Towell. And they created this March Mystery Madness readathon about 5 years ago. Well, at 5 years ago, they started it. And this is the 5th round, so it's very exciting. I'm out of practice. I don't really get into the videos until like 10 minutes, and then I start knowing what I'm talking about. So I apologize. So, there are quite a few co-hosts hosting this readathon. One of them being Sarah, steeped in books. Another is, I can't think of any names. Oh my goodness. There's quite a few. I subscribe to some new channels I didn't know about that are hosts of this. So, if you want to know them, Sarah has them linked below her video announcing the March Mystery Madness. So you can go there, or Lizzie Faye Loves Books has hers linked there too. So if you go to one of theirs, they can direct you to the other co-hosts. And also Troy Towell, I think, has it linked as well. I don't remember. But check those out. Great channels. Great people. I keep looking over here. Sorry. So, Sarah at Steeped in Books made a bingo card because she likes doing bingo. And I printed it out at the library. I am not going to do the whole bingo card, and I am not going to do all the prompts there. The good thing about this readathon is that Elizabeth said that you can do whatever prompts you want. But since it's their 5th round of March Mystery Madness, they decided to do everything to do with 5, the number 5. So, the bingo card looks like this. It's black and white. I apologize. I don't have a color printer. And the whole goal is to read 5 books, and there's 8 prompts. The way that Sarah put this, I think she wants to read 5 books as a prompt, but I'm not sure. But so you want to read 5 books. I'm just going to read out the prompts first of all, and then I'll tell you what prompts I plan on doing. I may not be able to read all these books because, like I said, I'm doing 2 other readathons as well. So if I just get 1 book read for each readathon, I'd be happy. So this is my plan, TBR, though. Okay, so for the prompts, there is the read 5 books. Read a book with a celebration. Read the 5th book in a series. Read a book with 5 or more words in the title. Read a book with a page count divisible by 5. Read a book with the number 5 or 5th in the title. Read a book first published in a year divisible by 5. Read a book published in May of any year. Now, Sarah put in this March or May. And read a book with something made of wood on the cover. I just realized she spelled something wrong. Anyways, I just noticed that. I usually notice spelling mistakes right away, and I've looked at this so many times, and I just realized she spelled it wrong. That's really bad of me, because I always know spelling mistakes right away. I'm kind of disappointing myself. Anyways, she just missed the E in something. No big deal. Anyways, okay. So for these, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 books I want to read for the Mystery Madness. Like I said, I'm not promising I'm going to get them all done. I will be doing video reviews of the books as well as Goodread reviews for them. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so the first book, the prompt to read a book was, okay, we'll start this way. The one where it's read a book with 5 or more words in the title. And when I read 5 books a month, I usually read like 3 or 4. I listen to 3 or 4 audiobooks. These books, most of them that I'm going to be reading in March are physical. And my eyes get really tired easily, so I don't know if I could do this. The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I have heard such good things of this book. It is by Stuart Turton. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. But 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. In the new printed version, it's 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. They changed it because it came out around the same time as the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So they changed it 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, but I got this right after it was printed, so right after it was published, so it still says 7. Anyways, I am looking forward to this book. So apparently it's pretty slow in the beginning, but I kind of like slow beginnings, like with a lot of description, that kind of thing. This book is about, I believe, about a guy who is at a dinner party. I think it's a dinner party. And someone gets murdered. And he wakes up in another person's body every morning that he wakes up. So he's in another person's body trying to find out who murdered Evelyn Hardcastle. So it's interesting. I don't know if I like it, but I've heard it's really good. I've heard a lot of people like it. So, but I have heard that it's very slow in the beginning. So I don't know. But interesting. You wake up in someone else's body and you're trying to figure out who murdered you. I mean, or murdered the other person. That's weird. Because wouldn't it be weird to wake up in the murderer's body and they're like, wow, I killed somebody? That'd be weird. I mean, it'd be weird enough to wake up in somebody else's body. I mean, don't get me wrong. That'd be really strange. But, interested in that. So, that one. Then I have this honkin' big book. Now, this is the Port Danby Cozy Mystery Series by London Lovett. I don't think I ever mentioned it on this channel, but I read the first book in this series on the Cozy Escape book club with Courtney from Cortagonist and Lisa from Lisa Latte. And I really, really enjoyed it. So I immediately bought this is a bundle of her first 3 books. And then I bought number 4, which is this one, number 4 and 5, because I loved it so much. So this book I'm considering, I'm going to qualify it as 3 books because it's the full books in here. So I'm calling it 3 books. I know technically it's only 1 book, but it's 3 books. So sue me. So no, don't sue me because I don't have any money. So number 4, number 5. So this is the Port Danby series. The first book is Marigold and Murders. The second book is Carnations and Chaos. And the third book is Mistletoe and Mayhem. Now this is about a lady named Lacey, her nickname is Pink Pinkerton. Her last name is Pinkerton. They call her Pink. And she has left her job, her 6-figure job, to I don't even remember what happened in the first book. That's why I'm rereading it. I'm rereading the first book, and then I'm going to read the next 4. Okay. She has a pet crow. I forgot about that. She has a pet crow named Kingston. I mean, you read Cozy Mystery books, they always have a pet cat or dog. She has a pet crow. I love that. It is such a good part, like a sidekick. I love it. She opens a flower shop, and she becomes a sleuth, an amateur sleuth. And there's a love triangle, of course, in here, which I'm interested in. I forget his name. But I'm team for one of the guys. I'm totally there for. I think he's great. He's like the perfect fictional boyfriend that I could ever ask for. I mean, he just seems so wonderful. His name's Briggs, I think. Yeah, James Briggs. I love him. He's wonderful. And when I read the first book, I loved it because the banter between Pink and James Briggs, which I think she just calls Briggs, was so good. It was hilarious and just lovely, and it was just so nice to banter between them. And I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So these 3 books count for read a book with a page count divisible by 5. The second book in this series, Carnations and Chaos, has 180 pages, I believe. It's a short book. Might be 280. I think it's 180 because it's a short book. These are self-published, by the way, so that's cool. And anyways, I don't remember the page count, but it's divisible by 5. And the third book is about, I'm assuming, about Christmas because it says Mistletoe and Mayhem. So that's a celebration, so that counts for that. Then read a book. Nope. Round 1. Read the 5th book in a series would be number 5, which I think is, it's this one, which is Tulips and Trouble. Number 4 is Roses and Revenge. So I love those pictures of her. That's so cool. So that takes care of that prompt. And the last one was a prompt that I saw on the discussion for March Mystery Madness in the Goodreads group. There's a bunch of suggestions with the number 5 of different prompts, and one of them was a title with a character who has a name that has 5 letters in it. And that one, I'm choosing Sadie by Courtney Summers. I have read this book probably 3 or 4 times. I love it. I read them all those times last year. I absolutely loved this book. It is such a good book. It is about a young girl named Sadie who goes missing, and I totally recommend the audiobook, although I did enjoy the physical book as well, and I'm going to read it in physical book this time. In audiobook is pretty cool because there is a podcast as part of this book, and the audio sounds like a real podcast. So one point of view is from the podcaster host, and he's trying to find Sadie. And what happened is Sadie's sister was killed sometime before she went missing. So they're trying to find her, and basically she has gone. You don't know where she's gone or what she's doing. The other point of view is from Sadie, and she's always a step ahead of them, of the podcasters, and she's telling where she's going and how she's finding, basically trying to get revenge for her sister's murder. Really well done. There is a bit of LGBTQ representation in this. Um, nothing, nothing big, but a little bit. And this is just such a good book. I love it. I love the cover. I have bought other Courtney Summer books that I eventually want to read as well. But I really want to read Sadie again. So that one I'm pretty sure is going to get done. It's a fast read. Really good. And again, I recommend the audiobook. I forget who narrates it, but there's like multiple narrators because for the podcast, they also interview people. So each person, sorry, each person um, that they interview has a different narrator. So I really recommend that. It is a YA book, by the way. Then for my audiobooks, I would like to listen to another book that's the fifth in a series. I don't have a picture of it, but it is the fifth book in the Sophie Ryan. I forget what the series is called. Magical Cats, something like that. Her fifth book in the series is The Fast and the Furriest, and I want to listen to that. I also want to listen to a book that has 5 or 5th in the title. I consider this a mystery. It's kind of a little bit of a stretch, but it's The Five. It's written by, oh my goodness, I forget who wrote it. Sorry, but it's The Five. It is the story of the 5 women who got murdered and mutilated by Jack the Ripper. So it's the story of their lives, and that I considered a mystery because, Jack the Ripper, and I consider it a mystery. It's not really a mystery, but So I want to listen to that. So that's called The Five, and that is it for my TBR. So I have 3, 5, 6, 7 plus 2 audiobooks. So that's 9 books. I don't know. I still got 2 other readathons to do as well. We'll see. Wish me luck. Okay, so let me know if you're joining in on March Mystery Madness. Again, check out Troy Towell and Lizzie Faye Loves Books. And check out their channels. Check out Sarah at Steeped in Books. Her channel is called Steeped in Books, not Sarah at Steeped in Books. And check out the other co-hosts and have fun. Let me know if you're joining in on March Mystery Madness. And let me know what books you plan to read. Thank you very much. If you've read any of these books, let me know. And maybe we can chat about them. Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day. God bless you and all you do, guys. Bye.